We're now moving along into the 3-round segment of the week. This 3-round segment is brought to you by Fat Ninja Combat Gear. For the latest and greatest in your fight wear fashion, make sure you go to www.fatninjacombatgear.com. The Fat Christmas sale is going on all the way through Christmas this weekend, so make sure that you go pick up that new outfit for yourself or whoever it may be that you're trying to gift it to. Get that 20% off. This sale will not last.
Former UFC heavyweight champion Junior Dos Santos has signed to Triller to fight in the triad against Kubrat Pulev. Pulev is the same heavyweight boxer that just turned Frank Mir into a standing zombie. What do you think about Junior signing with Triller?
In the sense that if Junior still wants to try to go and make a living fighting, I can't necessarily fault him as a whole, but part of why Junior is no longer a part of the UFC is because of the damage accumulation and the amount of times that he got knocked out toward the end of his UFC career. Him then now going in there and fighting a guy with 4-ounce gloves, or not 4-ounce, but small, like about 6-ounce, basically almost like sparring gloves, in Pulev, who fought Anthony Joshua just a few fights ago. And seeing what he did to Frank Mir, and Frank's not a striker. Frank is a jiu-jitsu guy, which is why I thought that was terrible for Frank in the first place. But I don't see it as a great move for Junior. Junior had been doing really well with his ventures into pro wrestling. I would personally like to see him maybe stay on that side a little bit more, just because you hate to see these guys that you loved for so long or were such fans of just continue to get knocked out, because Junior has always been known as being one of the nicest guys in the game, just one of the just truly most genuine people that you could meet. But brain trauma can change those sort of things, and I just don't want to see that for somebody like Chigano.
Austin Vanderford, a.k.a. Mr. Van Zant, is set to take on the longtime stalwart and multiple-time world champion Gegard Mousasi. Is this a good move?
I think it is. I think that this is a great step up for Austin. Austin is a guy who is obviously going to always have the shadow of his wife in front of him in Paige Van Zant all the time, just because of who she is in the public profile. But Austin Vanderford is for real. Austin is a guy who is just a grinder. He went in there and he won on the Contender Series, but there's the speculation that, I have no need to bring up all the old dirt surrounding the situation of why he didn't get the contract with the UFC when he won on the Contender Series. But nonetheless, all this kid does is win. He goes out there and he puts on just performance after performance that gets his hand raised, no matter whether it's dirty or clean. This kid shows up to fight. If he's able to go in there and beat somebody like Gegard Mousasi, who Mousasi has been at the top of the sport for the last 2 decades, he's won championships in almost every major organization outside of the UFC. If he's able to collect that pelt, if you will, that is a massive boost to the prestige of the resume that Austin Vanderford has as he continues to work himself toward the upper echelon of the ranks of the sport.
Aspen Ladd called for a fight with Miesha Tate, but Cupcake clapped back, saying that she won't waste her time on a fight with Aspen. Until Aspen can prove she can actually make it to the octagon on fight night after making weight at 135 pounds. Fair critique by Miesha?
100%. This is absolutely a fair critique by Miesha Tate, because it's no secret what Aspen's woes at the scale have been. She has missed weight, I believe it is 3 times, and then there was a 4th time where she was not able to make it to the octagon on fight night due to weight cut complications or the medical complications following the cut. So I think that is absolutely a fair critique from somebody like Miesha, who she's a former world champion. She takes this very seriously. To get all the way through a camp only to be left at the altar, essentially, that's something that nobody wants to go through. You don't get paid when that sort of situation happens the way that you should be if the fight would have happened. I think that that's a fair critique for Misha. And on Aspen's side of things, I think that she needs to prove in general, if she's really serious about being a bantamweight, that she could consistently make the weight and then make it to the cage on fight night. I threw my hands in the sky, about to get closer to God. Smoking this out while I drive. I threw my hands in the sky, bound to get closer to God.